Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this fruity fun shaker card with no line coloring. I'm going to use a free gift from Creative Stamping Magazine issue 98. The magazine is full of absolutely amazing ideas and it comes with A4 stamp set. It is full of beautiful fruit images and it really makes you think about summertime. All those fruit come with beautiful faces, hands and feet we can use for any paper craft projects. The magazine also has beautiful design papers. As you can see, it comes in variety of patterns, ombre colors and also fruit images as well. For the project today, I'm going to use watercolor card, which is 300 GSM, and I'm going to use small acrylic block to stamp all my images. I'm going to show you how I'm going to stamp this beautiful pear and strawberry, because I'm not going to use any ink pad. I'm going to use tri-color Aqua markers by Spectrum Noir instead of any ink pads, and very small detailed paintbrush with a little bit of water to spread the color around. So as you can see, this tri-color marker has three colors, and I'm going to start with the light green. As you can see, I'm using the tip of my marker just to put the color on the stamp, and I'm going to stamp it. Super simple. If you don't have ink pads in all those different colors, you can use any aqua markers or watercolor markers you've got. That will actually stretch your products and you will have a variety of different designs and looks in your projects. What's really cool about this idea with watercolor markers is you will have no line coloring images, because we are actually going to move the color around. So as you can see, I'm using a wet paintbrush and I'm spreading the color around, and it really gives me that watercolor look. Absolutely amazing, beautiful and simple, quick to do. My challenge for this card was not to use outline images, especially the black images that we always use in card making. I thought I haven't used my Aqua markers for a very long time, so it is the perfect time to use these markers. Have you ever used Aqua markers in your paper craft projects? If you have, please let me know in the comments down below which one is your favorite. Do you prefer Aqua markers or maybe you like zig markers? When you use watercolor markers, the effect is absolutely beautiful and you can lift some color as well, as with proper watercolors. As you can see, this technique is really simple and easy to do, and I actually did it with all the fruit from the stamp set. And I also wonder, what is your favorite summer fruit? I really like watermelon and strawberry, and I'm going to use that combination later on in this project. So now it's time to stamp beautiful strawberry, and as you can see, I'm going to use a little bit of red and green for the leaves, and it is exactly the same technique. You spread the color using your aqua marker on the stamp. You can also half a little bit on the stamp just to make it a little bit more damp, and just stamp. And watercolor card really makes that big difference in using aqua markers, because you can move the color around, which is absolutely amazing. And when you create those images, you can use them for any projects. They don't have to be for cards. You can create home decor projects as well. And with this stamp set, I think the best idea is to create a fruit family, and using all those hands, feet and smiley faces, they look like the fruit are dancing, which is so cool. Absolutely perfect for any summer projects. So as you can see, I'm just using my wet paintbrush and I'm spreading the color around. Super easy, quick and simple. If you also want, you can add more details on those fruit. I was actually thinking about using white Posca marker on top for highlights, but I didn't do it in the end. But if you want to do it, that is absolutely your choice. Do you have any memories that go with fruit? One of my earliest memories was when I was a child and my grandma used to take me to the food market, and on the way she was asking me questions, multiplication questions, and if I answered all of them correctly, I got a piece of watermelon during summertime, and I absolutely loved it. So trust me, I learned my multiplication really quickly when I was a kid. Do you have any memories that make you think about different fruits? Please let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so going back to our project, it is super simple to add any color, and with the pears I did a few seconds ago, I just left them a little bit to dry, and now it's time to add those absolutely fabulous smiley faces, feet, and hands. And I'm going to use this brown archival ink because, as I said before, I didn't want to use black because that would give me too much contrast, and I didn't want to do it. I just wanted no line coloring for all those images, and I think in the end it worked out really well. Do you like that watercolor look on these fruits? Please let me know in the comments down below. So as you can see, these smiley faces are absolutely amazing. And just looking at those pears and strawberries coming to life, it's absolutely magical. So cool. And when you use a wet paintbrush, you can actually move all those colors around on watercolor card. Now I thought it would be a great idea to add just a tiny bit of detail on those strawberries. So I'm using that brown aqua marker and I'm adding those tiny seeds. However, I'm trying not to put any seeds in the middle of the strawberries because we need some space for the smiley faces. Have you ever created these fun creatures in your card making? They don't have to be fruit. Like I saw some bread pieces, for example, because I used that one in one of my previous projects, where I put smiley faces on toast. That was pretty cool. Have you ever used that technique in your card making projects? What do you think about this? I think it is really magical to see all those creatures coming to life. It doesn't matter if it's fruit, bread, or anything else. It's just so cool to watch. And now it's time to cut all those pieces out, and I'm going to use my craft knife for all those small pieces here because it is much easier for me than to use scissors. And then when I'm done with all those tiny bits, I can move on to scissors and fussy cut all those images, leaving a tiny wide gap. So as you can see, it is super simple and quick to do, and that project took me an hour and a half to create. So it was pretty simple. Now you can see all the fruit I created, and I absolutely love all those fruit. They are so much fun. Now it's time to stamp the main focal point, and I used that beautiful glass, and I thought it would be such an amazing idea to have like red juice. So my idea behind was to use strawberry and watermelon juice in that beautiful summer glass. What is your favorite fruit combination? I really like strawberries and watermelon. However, strawberries and mango are really good as well. What is your preference? So as you can see, I was adding a little bit of aqua markers on the stamp. I stamped it image here using my stamping platform because I thought it would be easiest way because I couldn't find at that time bigger acrylic block, to be honest. So now it's time to use wet paintbrush, and I'm spreading the color around just to add these watercolor effects here. And inside my glass, I decided for the fruit to be strawberries. However, when you look at this stamp, you can actually use any, to be honest, any fruit you want, because these images are not very clear. So they can be pears or maybe small oranges, whatever you want. I decided for those images to be strawberries because, as I said before, that is one of my favorite fruit. Now I fussy cut that glass, and now I'm going to create the frame. As you can see, I'm using low tack tape to put those two cutting dies together to create a frame. And I die cut it twice, and I put red liner tape on the back. Now it's time for the acetate, because I thought to create the shaker card we obviously need an acetate. I'm going to use my stamping platform again. I place my acetate, and I'm putting the frame just to make sure that everything fits inside the frame. So now I'm going to stamp birthday using StazOn ink, because StazOn ink, it is perfect for acetate. However, you have to leave it for about 10 minutes to dry. So I was really careful, and I didn't want to smudge the sentiment. I decided to stamp it twice because one of the letters didn't stamp as I wanted, and using a stamping platform, this is just so easy. You can stamp again and it's absolutely perfect. Now I'm removing red liner tape using my pokey tool, and I'm placing it on the acetate. On the back I use double-sided foam adhesive, and I also chose this background paper from the design paper as a free gift, and I'm going to use it as a back for those panels. As you can see, I already have double-sided foam adhesive here, and then I decided to use a little bit of baby powder to get rid of the stickiness on the sides inside the shaker element. And I'm using my paintbrush, and it works absolutely perfect, so none of my shaker elements will stick to the sides. I had a look at my stash, and I chose these colors. I thought they would work perfectly with all those fruit I created and watercolor effects. Now it's time to put that white frame on the back panel, and it really has that lovely dimension because I put 2 pieces of double-sided foam adhesive. And now we're nearly done. I'm just going to attach that panel using my totally favorite liquid glue, magic glue. I'm making sure that everything is stacked properly, and again I'm using that liquid glue to put all the elements inside the frame and outside the frame with all those fruit. Now when you use that liquid glue, it might dry for about 5 minutes. However, when all these elements are stuck, they are stuck forever. That's why I really like this liquid glue. It works perfectly fine. And I just wanted to make sure that the bigger glass was flat. So as you can see, I was flattening it a couple of times just to make sure it dries that way. And our card is nearly done. What do you think about this shaker card? Do you think it's fruity fun? Please let me know if you ever created any summer paper craft projects. Have a wonderful day, and I thank you so much for spending that time with me. Here you can see my other 2 videos I created using different stamps. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye!